Hey guys, it's Audra. Welcome to day 13 of 30 videos in 30 days. And so today's question is, why am I gaining weight when I'm eating 1,500 calories a day? Here's the thing. This could be happening literally for like a number of different reasons, okay? Most of the time, if you're watching this video and you're eating 1,500 calories a day, and you've like increased your calories, like maybe you're eating 800 and now you're eating 1,500, well, there you go. Like that's why you're gaining weight, because you've increased your calories and your body hasn't been used to that amount of calories. There's also the people, and this is the ones I'm going to talk about in this video because these are very, very common and it happens a lot in people who diet chronically or you exercise chronically, and you've basically just over time lowered your calories, and maybe at first you were losing weight, but now you're gaining weight even off of eating that very low amount of calories, okay? So I'm just going to tell you guys a story about one of my friends, and she used to diet all the time. Like she was always trying to lose those last 10 pounds. Like she tried every type of diet out there, and she would lose some weight every now and then, but then again, she would gain it all back or whatever. So she got to the point to where she was like, you know what, like I'm going to just start like counting calories like crazy, and I'm going to track every single thing that I eat, and I'm going to work out every single day, like no matter what. So what she did was she got down to where she was eating literally 800 calories a day, okay? She would write it on a little napkin every single day. Also, she was doing chronic cardio. Like she was doing all these like crazy workout DVDs and stuff, and it was just, she was doing the DVD, plus she would go run, or she would ride her bike, or she would do like all types of different types of training and stuff. And so she was eating very, very low calories, and she was burning a ton of calories, okay? She lost some weight, like right away. She lost a few pounds, and she kind of kept the weight off for a few months or whatever. But then over time, what happened was she started to gain weight eating 800 calories a day, okay? So here's why this happens. Number one, anytime that you change the amount of calories that you're eating, especially drastically, okay, your metabolism is going to adjust to that. It's going to adapt to that, is what it's called. It doesn't mean your metabolism is broken. It doesn't mean that it's never going to be fixed or it's going to take you forever to fix it. That's not what it means. It basically just means that your metabolism is adapting. So anytime that you cut your calories very low, especially very quickly, that is a shock to your body, and that's a shock to your metabolism. And so it might go for a few weeks or a few months and you might be okay, but then all of a sudden, like, things are going to start feeling very different. You're going to get very hungry. You're going to have major cravings. You're going to start to not feel as energetic. You're going to maybe have some digestive issues. All of your hormones are going to stop working as good. So if you're a guy, your testosterone isn't going to be as strong. For girls, you might lose your period. Guys and girls, you could lose your sex drive. Like that, both of those things, like all of that could happen. Your thyroid could lower. All of those things are going to lower. So when all of those lower, then you just start feeling awful. So why do those things lower? Number one, because you're not giving your body the amount of energy that it needs, the amount of calories that it needs, especially if you're doing all this crazy cardio, okay? Because you have to look at it like this. If you're in a calorie deficit, okay, or let's just say you're not even in a calorie deficit. Let's say if you are eating maintenance calories, okay, these are the amount of calories it takes for your body just to get through the day and to supply enough energy for you to do whatever you do during the day, okay? You very, very quickly lower that amount of calories and you up the amount of exercise, and what have you done? You went from eating like a baseline type of diet of calories or whatever to sustain you every single day, but then when you lower the calories and you increase the exercise, you're lowering those calories even more. So now it's like a double like hit to your system. So like I said, right away you might lose weight very quickly and you might get really excited about this and like, oh my gosh, like this is working. But then over time you see that your weight loss is starting to kind of stall, and you think, okay, well, I'll just up the exercise some more, or I will cut my calories more, or I'll do both. So that's what people do. And by the time you're done doing this, you're down to like my friend was. You're eating 800 calories a day, doing 2 hours of exercise, and you're not losing any weight. And if anything, you're gaining weight. So why are you gaining weight? That's the question. Well, the answer to that is because your body has now gotten to a point to where it literally thinks it's like starving, because it is. I mean, you're only eating 800 calories a day, and now you're doing all this exercise. So, I mean, think about that from like a survival standpoint, okay? If you were to just look at someone else, don't even look at yourself, look at somebody else and say they're eating 800 calories a day and they are, or in your case, 1,500 calories a day, and you're doing so much exercise, that is insane. Like, your body is just like, what is going on? I'm freaking out. I'm going to hold on to every single bit of fat that I have because I don't know when I'm going to get fat again. I don't know when this girl's going to stop doing this crazy exercise ever again. And I need to just like, I've got to hold on to everything, okay? This is why you see on the opposite end of the spectrum, you see guys who are very muscular, they're very lean, they eat a lot of food, they're not doing chronic cardio, they're doing a lot of weightlifting and stuff like that, but their metabolism is so quick, like their body temperature is very high, their blood pressure is good, they're, you know, like when you feel them, they're very warm, they're not cold and clammy, they don't have hormonal issues, they have a high sex drive, they have, you know, just, they feel good, they have energy. That means that they have a very good working metabolism, okay? So you have two extremes. You have this person over here who's eating 800, or in your case, 1,500 calories a day, and you're doing chronic cardio, chronic exercise, and you're literally running yourself into the ground, and you probably feel awful, and you're gaining weight. Whereas then you have this person over here, and they're eating a lot of calories, and they're not doing chronic cardio, they're not running themselves in the ground, they're sleeping good, they have good working hormones and stuff like that, and they can eat more food, and they're burning fat like crazy, okay? So I'm sure that you've heard the whole analogy between, like, your metabolism is like a fire, okay? And it is, like, that's a really good analogy. If you are constantly feeding that, then it's going to increase, okay? Now, I'm not saying, like, just go eat a ton of food and you're going to have a high metabolism. That's not exactly how it works, but it's so, like, complicated, it's so complex, but basically at the end of the day, you don't want to be living off of 800 or 1,500 calories and still gaining weight. That means that there is a metabolic issue. So if anything, what you would want to do is you would want to increase your calories and back off of your exercise to give your metabolism kind of like a reset, okay? I say all this too to be taken with a grain of salt for girls who have eating disorders. I highly encourage you to get your period handbook. Even if you have your period, you need to get past a lot of stuff. So this isn't for you. This is more so for the girls or the women out there who are on the elliptical, like 2 hours a day, eating 800 calories, and they're gaining weight. Like, in that case, what you need to do is you need to increase your calories. You can do this however you want to, you know. You can just increase, like, eat an extra banana every day, and then the next week add in another banana, or add in some more of whatever you're eating, like that type of thing. But you would also want to back off of the cardio, especially. That's the number one problem for a lot of people. They're just running themselves into the ground. So this is a metabolic problem. It doesn't mean that it's broken and it can never get fixed again or whatever. It just basically means you need to up your calories and get it to a good level. I'm not saying you have to up it to 3,000 or 5,000 calories. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you need to up it to a good level for your body. Like, I don't know your height, your weight, your, like, all that kind of stuff. I don't know that. But living off of 1,500 calories a day and you're gaining weight is definitely a metabolic problem. Really encourage you not to be a slave to the chronic cardio thing. You don't have to do that much exercise to be healthy and fit. If anything, if you're doing that much, like, there's probably a deeper issue going on there than just, like, I want to lose weight. You know, like, that's when things get really out of line. So if that's you too, like, I encourage you to get my book, because it talks about exercise addiction and that type of thing in the book, and that will help you out a lot. But yeah, that's basically the thing, you know. You see these women or even guys all the time who just are slaves to exercise. And when you see them, like, they're not even hardly eating that much. But it's because their metabolism has adapted to that lower amount of calories, and the fact that they're just, like, constantly pushing it when it comes to exercise. Probably what will happen is you'll actually lose some fat in the meantime, because your body is now seeing, oh my gosh, like, she's feeding me again, you know, like, and she's not, like, running all day long or whatever, like, she's chill, so now I can start burning fat. But if your body senses that you are, like, constantly stressed and starving and just, like, running into the ground, it's not going to burn fat. Like, why would it? It's your body's main goal is survival. Your body's main goal is not to be super lean. Like, that's not the goal for your body. Your body wants to survive. It wants to feel comfortable. It wants to feel good. So that's the thing. Like, your body doesn't want to give up all the fat if it doesn't have to. But if it feels like it's in a good environment and it's being fed properly and it's not being abused, then that's why you see more people who are lean out there who aren't killing themselves. Now, yeah, you might see some people who are super lean who are running themselves into the ground, but that's only going to last for so long. At some time, or at some point, they're going to like totally rebound and gain all the way back. Like, it's inevitable. That's just how the human body works. Or they're just going to die doing whatever they're doing. So that's my tip. Back off the exercise so much. Increase your calories a little bit. You can do this week by week, month by month, day by day, like however you want to do it. And get your metabolism back in a good working order, because you don't want to be trying to live off of 1,500 or 800 or anything super, super low like that. Like, you need to get to a good, healthy amount of calories for your body. That's that. Hope it's helpful. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.